Yo. Okay.
Make sure your phone ringer thing is off.
It is.
Because I'm not trying to hear that. Catch a good game. I'm not trying to hear that.
Well, I'm going to shut my mouth.
Yeah.
What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We're back with a new video. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. My week is doing pretty good. I'm really happy because, you know, the website thing is really starting to look the way I want it to look. I'm really happy it's going to be debuting very, very soon. If you're a first time watcher to the Scorpion Show, I hope that you guys subscribe to our channel. Also, everyone, if you're watching, please click the like button. Also, please share our video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or wherever you choose to share our videos. I want to say thank you to everyone who watched our videos this week. I put up one video specifically just for the Bad Boy reunion concert because I didn't want it to mesh that in with everything else that we were talking about. So I hope that you guys checked out those two videos. We talked about Kim Kardashian, Solange's new album, Beyonce's tour, Shorty Lo's funeral. We put up a couple videos this week, so make sure y'all check that out. And if you missed our interview with Chrissy Collins from last week, please watch that video. The interview, please watch it. And I want to say thank you to those that actually went back and watched the video and left comments saying that I'm glad I didn't miss this because I don't even know who she was, and you know, they found it very entertaining. So thank you for watching it. And soon as Chrissy gives me the information about her artist development program, I will post it so you guys can see it, because she really wants to help singers and I guess actors in artist development, because she was saying that, you know, it doesn't really exist anymore, so she's willing to do the work to help others. So make sure y'all check out that interview for more info. On this video, we got a lot to discuss. First things first, on the last video, I was talking about the racism that goes on in the Gayborhood, or to me, it was pretty much non-existent. And I was saying that how I've been out since I was, baby. I came out in the year 2001. So I've been on the scene for a long time. And it's 2016, so you do the math. And never in my existence, like going into the Gayborhood, I've never experienced racism. I probably probably one time. And this is when I talked to whoever the manager that was on duty at the same place as being boycotted. I was like, I feel like I'm being followed around in here. Like, I don't like being followed around here. I felt like it was racism. Like, no, it was none of that going on and stuff like that. That was only one time, and that was a couple years ago. Other than that, I've never experienced it. And I rarely heard anybody having that conversation about blacks and whites not getting along in the Gayborhood. And then, like, maybe 2 years ago, I met Ernest Owens, who comes on our show. I haven't been in contact with him this week, but he's been putting out a series of posts about what's been going on with the recent video that came out of a gay bar here called Eye Candy. The owner was caught on tape calling someone a nigger. I mean, he said it like nigger, 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 that nigger. Like, he was saying it like that. So I don't know how can you apologize for using something like that. This is how you normally speak about black people. So I mean, everyone can be forgiven, but this is how you truly feel. And you're only apologizing because you got caught and you don't want to hurt your business. Now, for me, like when I was saying, like when I'm with my friends, we just have a good time. We drink, we gossip, dance, you know, and go to hell home. Or, you know, sometimes congregate. Don't even go to the bar. You know, we come downtown and just have a good time. You know, you meet up, you know, see everybody. It's just a night out. Sometimes you want to get out the house. That's where you go downtown. Now, when I met Ernest 2 years ago, he was saying, like, there is racism going on. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because when I go out, I don't look for it. And I don't feel like I'm being discriminated against. And he's like, no, because when I go to this bar and I go to that bar, you know, I can feel the tension. It's just weird. Like, you don't see black people with white people. You always see black people with black people and white people with white people. And I'm just like, well, that's just the way it is. Like, if I interact with a white person, I interact with them. We talk, but it's not like I never developed any friendships. And sometimes I do think that that's weird. Like, you know, Kevin, you really don't have any white friends like that. The friends that I have that's white are friends that I've met through social media, and I don't need to name names, but I was just like, you know, other than that, no, I don't really have any. But I'm not looking at it as, you know, like, oh, that's a problem. It's just that when I go out, I be with who I be with, and, you know, that's that. And little by little, like once he starts saying that these things were happening, you will hear different stories come out from these clubs. Like you will hear stories about, oh, now there's a new dress code. You can't get in. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Where did this shit start coming from? The same bar, Eye Candy. This is like maybe like a couple months ago. And then maybe a couple weeks ago, we hear this about Woody's. And I'm just like, and Woody's is oh my God, Woody's has been around forever. And it's a popular club. It's right at 13th and Walnut. You started hearing that Woody's is starting to have a dress code. Now, when you hear about dress codes, you hear about no sweatpants, no Timberland boots, none of that stuff. You know that's geared toward black people because that's how black people dress. No sneakers, no boots. Like you can't wear no Timberland boots. Like wait a minute, where did this change start coming from? And then you have this video of Eye Candy, of the owner. So now it's just like, you know, it's the racism has been there. It just has been hidden. And now I guess they like, we don't want nobody that's black in our establishments. Basically, that's the point that I'm getting from this. And it makes me not want to go out to support any of these businesses. That's how they really feel. And it's like, how can you discriminate against gay people when gay people black people when you're gay already and you're already being discriminated against for being gay? So the same way you take it out on someone for being gay is the same way people do for being black. They do the same thing to you for being gay. How can you not sympathize with that? How can you not understand that? You know, that's just a weird thing. And on Sunday is National Coming Out Day, and they're going to have it's going to be a big thing that's going on. But it's making me, I'm not sure if I even want to go. And there's big parties in the streets, like everyone has a good time. Like that's how I've always looked at it. It's fun. It's just so much fun. You got all of these, you got companies that come out. You have the gay businesses out there, the bars. You have live entertainment. You got, it's making me sad, you got people that's dancing in the streets. Like it's just so much fun. And here it is, you got these businesses that you're going to is just like, oh, we don't want you here because you dress this way. Oh, we don't want you here because you ask for free stuff. And it's fucking sad. It's sad. It's just so sad. I don't know if I want to just be in that environment because I can feel that the tension is just going to be crazy if you got the black people out there and then you got the white people out there and you got white people feeling like, oh, he might not like me or he might look at me different because he think that I feel the same way. Like the owners, it's going to be crazy, and I don't know if I want to be a part of that at all. I don't think so. But our community really has to heal, and we have to have these conversations. I know they're supposed to be having a community event, and I really want to go to that. Because it's just fucked up that you're already being discriminated against because you're gay. And now you got people coming against you because you're black, too. And I just can't be a part of it. And I can't support any business that's a part of that. And now you got all of these businesses now, or the gay bars, I guess, that where, you know, they're like, oh, now we want you to come here. But where were you at before these racists started coming out and started really showing who they really are? Where were you before that? Now you want us to come to your business because everyone else has been caught in their little thing. But where were y'all before? That's a big problem. And I really hope that we can fix that. I really hope that we can fix that because it's fucked up here. All this time, like I've just been so blinded. Like I just don't go out and I don't experience that. But it's fucked up. And I know you don't even go out at all. So I'm like, I would say like, you know, what's your opinion on it, but you don't even go out. You don't even go out.
No.
You don't go out. But
I mean,
the
it's
time
wrong.
that you have go
it's
out.
It's wrong that, you know, but I mean, you know, You give people enough time, and then they'll show you who they really are.
Yeah.
I've never been to Woody's. I've never been to Eye Candy. I've never been to any of those places, so I don't have a problem not spending money in there and in those establishments. I've never been.
But in the times that you have been out,
I've never been to.
I'm just saying, like, because I've seen,
okay,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's say, like, you've been to, like, National Coming Out Day, the events that's been down there. You just see everybody in unison, in unity. Have you ever just be like, oh, I don't think this racism thing, like, it just didn't feel that way. It just felt like everybody was having fun. Because they fucking shut the city down downtown. And, I mean, it's just music everywhere. It's people just having a good time. And here you go with this.
Well, see, the event that I've been to outside, that was an outside thing. Where multiple blocks were blocked off, a free thing. I guess we do like things for free. Because it was free. And, you know, I had a good time when I was there, you know. But I had a good time with the people that I was with. You know, the people that I knew. I never, you know, felt any type of discrimination or anything like that, because you have blacks, whites, Latinos, everybody together having a great time.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's more so the patrons than it is the owners of these establishments, because the patrons are all having a good time with one another. So no, I've never experienced it, but then I am not a frequent goer of that area. I just don't go. I don't go. But I think someone like you or Ernest, who probably frequents those areas often, you would start to see certain changes, and you would start to see certain behaviors come about. Like you said, you started noticing that certain clubs were saying different dress codes, or you noticed that you were being followed one time around the club. I probably wouldn't notice that right away, because I don't go to those clubs, and so I wouldn't know who the hell was following me, and you know. But I guess you would have to be someone that goes often to know what the environment is like, to know that the environment has changed. So, you know, the only thing I can say is, listen, for those of you out there, if you don't want to support Eye Candy because of what came out, then don't support it. That will hurt this owner. He will regret saying what he said to someone in public. You know, my whole thing is, if everybody got their opinions and everybody have their feelings, and I think that if you have an opinion or a feeling like that, things of that nature should be only discussed in your home. This way you know who's in there, and you know what's in there, and you know ain't nobody recording you, and you talk to your family, this, that, and the third. But when you're out in public, anybody could be recording you, anybody could be listening to you, you know, so it's like you got to be careful, and you can't get mad when you are exposed and people stop coming to your establishment to spend money. I don't want to spend money in a place where I know that the owner doesn't even want me there, or feels as though I always want things for free, or, you know, calling me a derogatory name. I don't want to be in an establishment like that. No, I want to go to an establishment where I feel welcome. So that's a decision left up to those who go down to that area and who frequent Eye Candy. You might see some blacks who continue to go to Eye Candy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Simply because they feel like, well, listen, Eye Candy serves this particular drink, or Eye Candy's prices are a little bit lower than this club. You know what I mean? So some blacks may dismiss it and say, listen, we got a man like Donald Trump running for president, so there's nothing that this guy can say that we ain't heard from Donald Trump, a man who's running for president. So, you know.
I wish I would put monies in the pockets of someone like that again. I just can't.
But can you imagine if we had Donald Trump becoming president? This whole Eye Candy thing will be a thing of the past.
I'll tell you one thing. If he does become president, it's going to wake a lot of people up. Yeah. And
if they ain't vote now, I don't know what the hell they gonna wake up to.
Going to tell them the importance of vote, because they say, "Oh, I don't want to vote. I'm not going to vote. I don't like either one." Okay, let him get in there. Let him get in there. We'll see how you feel. It's going to fire your ass up, because you can't wait for the next 4 years, because you're going to vote his ass on out. So now that we got
Trump as
president,
the fact that that's even.
I never thought about it.
The fact that that's even something that could actually happen in a few weeks, because November 8th is literally in a few weeks, less in a month. On Saturday, it'll be 1 month away.
About 33 days, 34 days, 30,
Donald Trump
33 days.
If Donald Trump become
President Trump, I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to make that a reality. But I hope that you guys are registered to vote. In certain states, the deadline is coming up. You can go to iwillvote.com to register to vote or to make sure that you are registered to vote. And if you have not updated your registration, if you moved, please make sure you update your registration info so you know the correct polls to go to on election day. Because I don't want you going to the wrong poll and be like, oh, we don't even have you there. Or if you haven't updated and you don't mind going wherever that polling place is, go and vote. Voting is very important. And if you don't vote, you can't bitch about anything that goes on. And you already know the president is either going to be between Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. At this point, Gary Johnson and Jill Stein does not matter. You can vote for them, but either way, you're helping either Hillary or you're helping Donald get closer to where they want to be. We know that being elected president is not by popularity, is by the Electoral College. So let's say, like, if you wanted to vote, if you didn't want to vote for Hillary or Donald, and you vote for Jill Stein or Gary Johnson, those votes take away from either Donald or they take away from Hillary. And whoever has the most will win their state and whatever electoral points it is. And let's not forget that 16 years ago, when it was Bush versus Gore, and it came down to the state of Florida, it was Gore that lost by 5 electoral votes. Now, just imagine whoever, I don't know who the independent was, but they took away a lot of votes from Gore because he lost by, 537 votes. Let that sink in for the ones that they did count. Because, they ain't count all of them goddamn ballots. I know they didn't. No. And they waited that Sunday, just like, no, we're going to stop this shit. We're going to put not Donald Trump, we're going to put George Bush as president. Let's not have that again. Let's not have that again. Go to the polls and vote. Make your voice be heard. It's either going to be Hillary or Donald. Vote. So the VP debate was on Tuesday. I watched it.
I watched part of it until I fell asleep.
I'm going to tell you this. It's just like, if you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, you're going to say Tim Kaine won. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, you'll say Mike Pence won. A lot of the commentators, because I flip around, they felt like Mike Pence won, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to sway anybody's vote. They're going to go, they're going to go for whoever they want to. And this was the lowest watched debate since the year 2000. And
vice presidential debate.
Yeah, vice presidential debate. But what I liked about it was that Tim Kaine, he really was attacking Mike Pence. The only thing I didn't like was that he kept interrupting. Because it's the same shit we were talking about with Donald Trump.
Right.
So we can't say that it's okay because, the pot is the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, and that's what I saw too, and that kind of annoyed me. Like, I was happy that Tim Kaine was attacking Pence on Donald Trump's record, but it irritated me that he kept attacking him and wasn't allowing Mike Pence to speak. And it was just like, listen, I know Donald Trump did it to Hillary, but we need to at least let this man speak so then you can get him. Because like the lady said, if y'all both talking over each other, can't nobody hear what you're saying. And at one point, I couldn't hear
Yes.
Somebody was saying.
I couldn't hear him or her.
I just kept hearing somebody next door because I think the walls is a little thin. And I kept saying, who is that talking?
Yeah, but it was just good to see Tim Kaine push him against the wall.
I never forget that time I heard my neighbor and her ex-boyfriend have sex.
No. What did you do?
I just was annoyed.
How did you look at them the next day?
Well, I barely saw him. Like, he was somebody that you would only see in passing. Like, you didn't see, like, Yeah.
And everybody knew that, huh?
No, I don't think everybody knew that. I knew though. Because I'm like Kim Wayne's on Living Color. I'm not the one to gossip. So you ain't heard it from me. But I saw what I saw.
Yes. You was a mess. I did. Also, Hurricane Matthew is ripping up the southeast coast of the United States, Florida, all up and down the Florida coast, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. It's just going to be a mess this weekend. I have to tell you guys, if you are being told to evacuate, if the governor of your state is telling you to find higher ground, please find higher ground. They want you to get out early. I know some people might not have nowhere to go, but if you got family members somewhere where it won't be affected, please try your best to get there. It's already killed about 26 people in Haiti, and there's probably more that we don't even know about. And I know they can't really, I'm not sure where they can go in Haiti, but it's just still sad to see that. And you know, another sad thing is that there's nothing that say like, you know, let's help Haiti out. There's no numbers, no way you can donate. I want to find a way we can help the people in Haiti, because you showed me the picture. It looked bad, and I seen like CNN and stuff, and they were just showing like the water was just everywhere. But what are we going to do to help them? We have to help them. We just can't do, oh yeah, the hurricane came, and no, we have to help them. They are in need of help, and they've always been in need of help, so we have to help them. But again, if you're being told to get away, find higher ground, find higher ground. And I know that some hotels have been price gouging, because I have some family that live in Florida, and they were talking about it. So you know, you could call. There's always numbers you can call, because you don't go from $59 a night to fucking $300. Like, that's ridiculous. Don't do that. Help the people and stop taking advantage of people. But yeah, this hurricane is coming, and just find shelter if you can find it. Find it. Get out. Get out. I don't encourage you to stay home. Get out. They were saying like this is the worst hurricane that's coming to Florida in 10 years. Since 2005. For 11 years. So yeah, this is a very, very important hurricane, and this is category 4 at this time. So it's get out. If you're in Florida and you're watching this right now, and you're in your house, and they already told you to leave, and you have not left your house, get out! Dad sues hospital for $5 million in wins, claimed flu shot turned his son gay. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. And they fucking trying to, and what kind of website is that? That would be the first thing on CNN. A flu shot. And who in their right mind as fucking drawers think that that's a, you know what, good night. Good fucking night. But there is a show I have to tell you about, and I already told you about. Queen Sugar. Last night's episode was so good. It was so good. Some people say like, you know, so it's very rare that you hear like, oh, this show was taking too long to get to the plot. No. What I'm loving about this is that throughout this show plants seeds. And you must pay attention to what's going on. You must pay attention to every detail that goes on this show. Now, like, again, once these seeds are being planted, you start hearing different stuff, which is the watering of that seed. And then once it gets to a certain point, old baby doesn't bloom. And last night,
it bloomed.
It bloomed. It fucking bloomed. And it said kaboom. And I was not ready. I was so not ready that I cried. And I didn't even, this son has never affected me that I know of. But to see the pain in this person's face over what's been going on in these allegations, ooh, it made me cry. And just throughout the show, I still be like, Ralph Angel, oh my God, baby, you just got so much going on with you.
He does.
But he's just like a lot of people that we all know.
I said that in the very beginning. I said I see so much of me in Ralph. I had to be honest. I see so much in me in Ralph Angel. I was like, this is a real person. And I don't know who wrote this particular character of Ralph Angel, but I think that they were following me around from the time. You know what I mean? Like, some people don't like to admit their struggles or downfalls, but that is me, or that was me. Like, I can't, like, Ralph Angel is a real person, and I think if I ever saw him in person, I would call him Ralph Angel. You know, and I don't want him to brandy me and be like, no. Shout out to Brandy. Yeah, shout out to Brandy. She and I were talking today. Shout out to Brandy. She asked how you were doing and everything. I told her you're doing great. But yeah, like, you don't want, but sometimes a character will so impact your life that you be like, when you see the actor, you don't even think of the actor, you think of the character. And you be like, I love you so much. And they just be like, I love you too. You be like, no, but I really love you because when you went through that, I went through that. And you be like, oh, they be like, oh, wait, that wasn't really me. I'm me. That was just a character. You be like, no, that was you. You give me a hug.
It'd be like he be going through too much. Sometimes I just be like, now you know what? He really needs to chill. And then the sister too, because she wants to clean up for everybody.
But thank God. But you know what? Thank God you have a sister like that. Because some families don't have sisters like that. Some families have family members that are like, well, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Let them.
That's too annoying. Sometimes like,
it can.
You have a seat.
Yeah, it can be. But like I said, thank God you have somebody like he has somebody like that in his life. Because there are families where people are like, I don't give a fuck. They fucked me over one time. Let them do what the fuck. I don't care. What Terry say? Fuck the family. The family I know fucked my husband.
That's right.
That's right. Faith fucked my husband. Terry, can we talk about what? Yeah.
That is my movie.
She didn't want to talk.
I will never get tired of watching Soul Food.
She didn't want to talk.
She didn't want to talk. Talk about what?
Talk about what?
I saw you fucking.
I saw you fucking.
And you can't deny it.
And you can't deny it because he had you against
them. Like Pence, you can't deny it.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want me to rewind it?
He had you all up on that wall after he got off on that piano like he was Ray Charles. You cannot deny it. I saw him fucking you with his hairy butt.
Now defend yourself.
His butt was hairy. It reminded me of what's his name on Jason's favorite. I said what's his name, and I still can't remember his name. He got me together when I couldn't remember his name then.
Ooh, what is his name?
I forgot.
Payne, something Payne.
Alan Payne. There you go. And he looked at me and said, Alan. I said, oh,
he was over
me, but not remember his thing. With his little what?
With his date.
Oh, I said, how did you know that? I'm gonna say I didn't see that in Jason's area.
No.
He was on top of Jada Pinkett though, and that field.
That was just acting.
Listen, call it what you want, just call it right. Okay?
Was they naked?
They were naked, yeah, they was having sex. That's why I said his butt was hairy like hell, yeah.
His butt was hairy?
Yeah, they showed the whole thing.
Oh no, don't Google it, cause no,
I'm not Googling that.
I thought you was about to show it.
I seen the movie.
So, let's talk about Odell Beckham Jr. Now listen, I don't care about, the rumors and stuff, because I think that's just an act that he plays.
He plays along with it.
Yeah. But something I don't like is that his attitude on the field has been getting a lot of people, talking about him. And I want people to talk about... Was that somebody making a noise? I want people to talk about Odell Beckham for how good he is on the field, not how much of an ass he is on the field. So Odell Beckham really needs to chill out before he finds himself suspended or fined or even, I doubt it, but put out the NFL. Or he might get kicked off the team. Don't nobody want to deal with a baby. And he's a big ass baby on the field. And I can't remember anyone with so many football problems. Last time I can remember is Terrell Owens. It's not about you. If you want your team to win, it's alright to have passion. But don't be acting like no bitch on the field because certain plays don't get done, or you can't be tripping people and headbutting people and kicking nets and shit and crying. Like, come on. This is a game. Respect the game and respect yourself too. Odell Beckham Jr. Come on, man. You can't just be doing this. Every Sunday, you trending for some dumb shit you did on the field, not because of a play you made. Think about that. People are talking about you, and because I don't talk about you on our show, but I'm talking about you because I'm tired of hearing about your antics on the field. Let's talk about some decent-ass plays you made. I can't talk about that because you haven't really done that. And this is but the 4th week of the NFL. Come on, Odell, clean it up. Stop acting like a little bitch on the field. And that's your man, too. I know you like Can we talk about criticism? Criticism. So today on The View, they had a topic about, criticism and should you respond to people that talk about you or criticize you, they were saying how they be on Twitter and stuff and they engage with the with the fans of the show or just engage about different topics, but sometimes in those topics you see stuff that be that makes you cringe. because someone's saying something negative about you, and Whoopi really didn't understand, or don't want to understand, or she doesn't understand. I don't think that she wants to understand that. Let's say, like, if these people in the View, they want to interact with the fans, they are going on Twitter because they put out something and they want to hear it back from the audience. And every now and then you see something negative from somebody. Whoopi is like, why would you even read that stuff? I don't read that stuff. You shouldn't be reading it at all, because if you don't read it, then your feelings wouldn't be hurt. But see, Whoopi is not a tweeter. She doesn't tweet like that. And I think somebody does it for her. So let's say, like, she didn't come from a place of even trying to understand, because they were trying to tell her, like, when I tweet, we tweet or we talk about topics, and you have people like, oh, I didn't like this about you today, or I think you a bitch, or I didn't like what you, and just negative, nasty stuff. Now, sometimes, you know, I try my best not to reply to stuff. Sometimes I just read stuff. If I feel like someone was being too negative, like calling me out my name, you know, I'm not afraid to block a person. And I have to even give it to myself, because I have come a long way, because I used to go back and forth, and I mean, there would be so many fucking things going down the timeline. Like, you can just get to a certain point and be like, that doesn't matter. I get paid to go back and forth with somebody on the Scorpion Show. So I'm not going to argue with you. If you come at me wrong, it's fine to disagree, but if you come at me wrong, I'll just block you. And that's what I do. Now, sometimes I do read stuff. You know, I like to read negative stuff about other people. But I don't like when it's stuff about me or my co-host. You know, I'm always quick to defend Mikkel. So today, you know, I happened to go, shout out to Lipstick Alley. I went there, and I seen someone had a question about our show. And then you start seeing stuff like, you know, you just see people that say, some people have valid responses. And I know y'all probably like, well, why is you even giving this any play? No, because sometimes I admit that I want to hear stuff about what I'm not doing right or what people would like to see. I just think that that's a good thing. I just don't like to hear criticism when it's nasty. For me, I don't like to hear criticism when it's like very nasty, and when it's in public, like if someone left a comment. Well, like some people been leaving comments on our channel, and I haven't blocked them, I haven't deleted them or anything. I just left it there, and then I look at how many likes it get. And sometimes they get a lot of likes, and sometimes people like you just.
Can I just say something?
I know you
because no, I really don't care. But I'm trying to get what you're saying, because first of all, I totally agree with Whoopi Goldberg, because by anyone entertaining that, you then can't get mad when you read what you read, because you allowed yourself to entertain it. That's one of the reasons why I don't read comments, because then I would be entertaining that, and I just choose not to entertain it. I choose to make this video and I say what I have to say. If you watching the video don't like what I have to say, or you do like what I have to say, that is your own opinion and your own feeling. I am not going to get back on camera or get on the comments and then go with you and go at you and say, well, no. I just feel like, no, I've done that in the past, and it is no longer something that I need to do. I heard you mention Lipstick Alley before, and I'm assuming, because I've never been there, I'm assuming that it's a website geared to negativity.
It's not all negativity,
but it's negative.
Some stuff you can find here.
What I have to say about Lipstick Alley is, if you are going to Lipstick Alley to look for certain things, then there's no reason why, not just you, but there's no reason why anybody should be upset with what they find. Whatever someone posts about Mikkel on Lipstick Alley, I guarantee you, if you would have called Mikkel today or tomorrow and say, Mikkel, I saw this on there, Mikkel wouldn't give a goddamn. Because one, those people who wrote that about me don't know me. Two, I don't know them. And three, who cares? Like, who even cares? Criticism, first of all, when people are saying nasty things about you, that's not criticism. That is just people being plain old nasty. Criticism is saying, Kevin and Mikkel, I love your show, but I think that you guys should enhance your lighting, or I think you guys should enhance your microphones, or I think that you guys should sit this way or that way. That's criticism. Somebody saying, oh, well, Mikkel always got that hat on, or Mikkel always, why he always looked dirty, and oh, Mikkel was sending pictures to this person. That's not criticism. That's just somebody being nasty, and they're hoping that someone like you sees it and then responds back to it. That's the difference between criticism and someone just being plain old hateful. So things like that I don't entertain. I don't even know the stuff that people are saying about me. And the sad part about it is I probably will run into people who say all types of nasty stuff about me and give them a hug and take a picture with them, not even knowing that this is the person who talks so nasty about me, because I don't entertain it. Like, I don't go online to see what's being said about me. I know you do, but I just feel like I'm in Whoopi Goldberg's corner. Why even entertain that? If you're going on there to see what people have to say, then see what people have to say, but don't stop at entertaining somebody being hateful towards you, because now you've defeated the purpose of why you're even going on to check your tweets. You're now so consumed to, oh my God, somebody said that this, that, like, who cares what they have to say? They don't even know you. Like, and I don't even know them. All I see is their name. I don't know what this person looks like. I don't know if it's a man. I don't know if it's a woman. I don't know anything about them. I treat people like that at work. And this lady at my job, shout out to Charlotte, and shout out to Shanae. Shanae, go show your mom this video. I tell Charlotte all the time, Charlotte, these people at my job, I don't care if they don't like me. Because at the end of every 2 weeks, I get a check from my boss that has my name and the amount that I've made in these past 2 weeks. Who else in this hospital on these 6 floors that don't like Mikkel, well, then that's on them. Because Mikkel does not care. Mikkel does not wake up in the morning to say, oh my God, I wonder who at work doesn't like me today. I don't care. I don't care what people have to say about me. I don't care what people say about my hat or the sweat stains under my old t-shirts. I don't care about that. Because as soon as you and I turn this camera off, me and you gonna go and we gonna laugh. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna probably get on somebody's nerves outside. And then I'm gonna take my ass home and get into bed and watch Game of Thrones. I care less what people have to say about me on the internet. I really could care less. And I'm sorry, folks, that, you know, some people be like, well, you're not as what's the word I'm looking for? You're not as approachable or active like Kevin is. That's because I don't entertain foolishness. I don't like to entertain foolishness. And 9 times out of 10, if I'm reading comments, 9 times out of 10, it's foolishness. It is. You know what I mean? You have somebody say something negative, and then you got 30 or 40 people liking the negative comment, and then you got 10 more people adding on to that negative comment. Why would I want to see that? I don't want to see that. I don't care.
Well, that's not all the time in the comment section. Actually, you know, with me going there, there's a lot of positive things. But sometimes you do get that 1 or 2 person that has something to say. And I say that sometimes it's violent, sometimes it's not. But this is my thing. That's fine that you have that question. But if you have any criticism, and I always welcome you guys. You can always inbox me. You can write me on Instagram DM. You can write me on Twitter DM. You can Facebook me. If there's anything you want to know or any kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not always even criticism. It could be feedback that you want to give. I'm always open to that, but I'm not into that in a public setting. I'm more private. That's what I'm more of. But yeah, but some, you know, I like to go there sometimes and I read that stuff. But that stuff don't be like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I'm gonna die because I read some negative stuff. But sometimes I like to go there because I want to know what people are talking about. I want to know what people have to say. I want to know what people think. It doesn't like make me upset. Sometimes when I read stuff, I'm like, okay, I could do this better. I could do that better. But I like to go in that forum to see what's being, you know, I just like to know. It's anonymous, but shit I want to know.
But I say shout out to people like Whoopi Goldberg who just doesn't care about that. Because I'm the same way. You know, what you eat don't make me shit. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. So if you like that, and if the women of the View like that, then we can't get upset because Whoopi Goldberg doesn't understand it or she don't want to understand it. Because when you don't entertain stuff like that, no, I don't want to understand that. I just don't. I don't want to understand why it is that you go and look at that stuff. I don't want to understand that because you explaining that to me, as soon as you finish explaining that to me, I'm on to the next subject because I don't care. I don't care why it is that you go to Lipstick Alley to read what they have to say. I don't care why certain people go to Twitter to read what these people have to say, because at the end of the day, it makes me no difference what people have to say about Miguel, okay? It just doesn't. And I live my life so much better that way. I have so much more important things to think about. Like, you know, I'm trying to make sure my transmission is under warranty in my car tomorrow when I take it. Like, that is what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about who don't like Miguel and why they don't like the Miguel, or who don't like this blogger and why this blogger don't like, and why this blogger said this about that blog. Like, who cares about that? I don't care about that. That's why half the time I don't even know half these bloggers' name. Because I don't care.
Well, it's always good to do research.
I do research on things and people that I care about.
Yeah, but
and that's no shade, but it's the truth. And I would rather be honest than a liar.
That's right.
I do research on people and things that I care about. If I don't care about you or want to know about you, then there's no reason why I should do research on you. Because there are plenty of people who I find it interesting. Oh my God, I love the Scorpion show. I watch you guys all the time. Wait, what's your name? I'm Kevin. Oh, hey, Kevin. And I'm sitting there looking like this lying fool or this shady fool. You know what I mean? You come across people like that. So it's like, I just can't, yeah, I'm Kevin, and then I'm just walking off. No, because you can't tell me you watch the Scorpion show all the time and you don't know what my name is. Like, come on. Like, it's just, people throw shade and they be nasty, and then they don't expect you to be nasty back. So, you know what I tell people? I tell people at work and at church and in my everyday life, I'm going to give you what you give me, okay? You give me shade, I'm going to give you shade. Because there's no way you're going to sit in my face and say, I watch the Scorpion show all the time. Wait, I can't remember what your name is. My name is John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith, okay? That's my name. Oh, okay, can I take a picture? No, you cannot. Bye.
Now, see, that's... See, I gotta be different.
No, you don't.
Listen. See, the reason why I gotta do it differently is like, how can I say this? Like, I have to do the research, because I want to know what works and what don't work. It's not often that you hear people say or give an opinion on the channel. Mm-hmm. So I have to go where it's anonymous. So if you feel like, okay, let's say like we do the same thing over and over, like nobody's gonna write you and tell you that you need to do this and you need to do that. For me, I have to do it anonymously to find out what's going on, what do people really think about what's going on our channel. Now let's say like we are the host of a show, right? Now let's say if we were on a network, I wouldn't have to go and look and do those things, because you have big bosses and stuff that do that. They poll people. Kind of like, let's say like The View, who's likable, who's not likable, and we will always read about it in the newspapers. Now, because, you know, we do this show, I want to know, everybody's not going to say, well, Kevin, I think that it would be better if you do this, or Kevin, I think it would be better if you do that. Because some people they already scared that you're going to block them. So I have to go anonymously, and I have to look at those things to find out what people are actually saying. Most of the stuff is positive. But you do have some people that say, well, I think that it could be this way. And, you know, for me, when I look at it, I'm like, well, you know what? They are right about this and they are right about that. But what I don't do is I don't go there and I don't interact with them. I don't reply to that stuff. You have to be strong. If you're going to go there and if you're going to look at that stuff about you, you have to be able to take it. And over these 8 years that we've been doing this, I have grown a lot of thick skin. Because, oh my God, baby, I used to be a mess. I really used to be a mess. But what I wanted Whoopi to do is I wanted her to look at it from both sides. She doesn't have to entertain that stuff. She's not going to entertain that stuff. And you don't have to reply. If you're going to look at it, if you're going to participate in it, then you know this is what's going to happen. People do it all the time. And it's your choice to reply or not.
Whoopi's defense, if the big bosses are polling people, then let Whoopi get the feedback from the bosses.
Yeah.
Whoopi don't have to go on Twitter to do that. She doesn't have to. Because at the end of the day, Whoopi already has that signed contract.
That's right.
That she has.
She's leaving at the end of the season.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I am Team Whoopi on this issue. Certain things does not make me shit. It just doesn't. And so therefore, if someone has a criticism about, you know, how we should do things, that's a positive criticism to me. I don't think that. But if someone is just being nasty just to be nasty, then that's something totally different.
Yeah,
that's something totally different. And I just choose not to even entertain or even look that way on it. Let me tell you something. I have come across a lot of ignorant people in the 8 years that we've been doing this show, on and off camera. I don't speak about every situation that I've come across in the past 8 years, because some of y'all will get tired of me talking about it. Just like I'm sure some of y'all are tired of us talking about this.
It's a good conversation,
and I'm sure some of y'all right now are like, yes, I am tired of it. I'm tired of it too. But anyway, you come across some people and you're just like, some people I come across, I would like to wring their necks. Like literally wring their necks. But I know whose I am and whose I belong to, and so therefore I don't do that. Because you get a lot of ignorant folks out there. And then some of the people do it just to get a response out of you. Mm-hmm. They do. You know what I mean? Like my new thing is now, I don't argue with you, I don't reply back to you, I just block you. And some people don't like that I do that, so then they tell Kevin, oh, well, he just blocked me for no reason. No, there was a reason why I blocked you, because I don't feel like I need to go back with you. As a matter of fact, I blocked you because I don't want your negative aura or space in my social media form.
Yeah, because we had a dumb argument about that. I'm just like, bitch, I don't care that you blocked this person.
You know what I mean?
I don't want y'all to come to me and say, oh, well, Mikkel blocked me.
If I
there's nothing I can do.
He can do.
I can't say, oh, Mikkel, you should unblock them.
You know what I mean? Just like if he doesn't want negative energy on his forum, he has every right to block somebody.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants that negative energy. Because what happens is, you know what happens? Somebody writes a negative post and then there's 10,000 people responding to that negative post. And a lot of those people are probably defending you, but you're like, I don't even want you to defend me because I don't even want to see this in these comments. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to see that. So therefore, I just block that person, so therefore, I won't have to see y'all arguing on it.
Yeah. Before we move on, and again, it's totally different. Like, a viewer, that's fine. But bitch, like, you don't want to hear about your peers talking about, you just don't want to hear that. I think they should, no, bitch, you should shut your fuck up. Shut up, because don't nobody want to hear what you have to say about it. But let's move on to Nate Parker. Now, tomorrow, October 7th, Nate Parker is releasing his film, The Birth of a Nation. And it's a movie about Nat Turner and the slave rebellion, the 48-hour slave rebellion that happened, I believe it was in Virginia?
I think so.
In Virginia.
In 1831.
Yeah, back in 1831. And, you know... Huh?
I said I think it was in Virginia.
Yeah. I think it was, yeah, well, it had to be Virginia. I think I seen it say Virginia on the screen. Or let's just say it just happened. It was back in 1831.
In the South.
Yes, back in 1831.
In the South.
Yes, down south in 1831.
I'm here to promote a film. Yes, this situation happened. Yes, everybody knows that I was acquitted. But at the end of the day, when are we going to start talking about this film? Because what happened?
You have a rape allegation against you. Yes, you won, but you also have someone that killed themselves because they were affected by what happened. So let's not act like, oh, Nate Parker, nothing happened at all. Something did go down.